from their first BO1 in the stage, which is not really surprising.
It's not surprising, apart from the fact that VP really struggle with Clubhouse. So MACKO banning it, like giving VP a choice to play Chalet where they like it, or forcing them onto Clubhouse was a little bit of a surprise for me because of VP's recent
100% win rate through EML on Border, 50-50 on Chalet. They lost to MACKO, interestingly enough. So come away with Leia. They probably win the thing in 2. MACKO need to get this map, but we haven't seen MACKO. They could just do, and there it is. I was going to say with a little bit of attention elsewhere. They've got themselves on the bathroom side as well now. They're going in there. This is where Virtus.pro need to step up, and it's Shepard, and always a killer piece, and it's looking good for Virtus.pro in round 1.
This is why I think it's going to be so hard to clutch up against this team, Tim. Not that they were in a spot to clutch in this round, but you're coming up.
No kills yet. Dan's going to take a little bit of damage through the soft surface, but not enough to really move him. And 20 seconds left to go. MACKO just going to have to think about diving in, and this is where Virtus.pro come alive on the defense now. They start pushing and prodding, checking the flanks, hitting them on the sides. 4 versus 2 now as Shepard gets another. Pasha joins in on the fun as well, and this attack is over for MACKO. ACKO is going to have to just try and drop into sight. Doesn't even get the opportunity. With these verticals getting opened up, they are still pretty much in those prime spots that they started at the beginning. This is a really important battle now. You can't be losing ACKO to the shotgun. They get the trade. It's Dora that comes in and finds the kill. 4 versus 3 now, but it's
Trying to press on forward and get the close done.
Yeah, time's going to become a factor here. 20 seconds and you feel like they're unsure if they're being hit on the flank. Maybe there's a lack of intel with only 3 drones left up. The diffuser is going to go down. No! Big kill from Joystick. Just in the absolute closest manner that he could. 2 versus 1. Can he hold on? 5 seconds left to go. They're going to have to search for the kills here. They know exactly which desk he's in behind, but Joystick is just going to hold his position, and he's going to hold on.
Because MACKO have done pretty well there. Dora getting that 2K off the back of the shield push. That was great. They've given themselves such a brilliant numbers advantage. There's no C4s you've got to worry about. No Okay. Well, let's go pretty quickly. Actually, well, looks for 2 smokes are going in. The Glass is stepping on forwards here. This is much better. 70 seconds in. We're trying to make something happen. Here he comes, but look up nice and close. It's done. Plant's going down, but there is fire, there is smoke, and there is a hell of a lot of utility that has largely been untouched here by the MACKO side.
Well, we saw Teb just dump the smoke in there. It went through the floor and has smoked the room underneath, so he's had to send a second one in, and it's again just a loss of that utility that can be critical for Glass to play behind. Beautiful double from Pasha there, but Lolo, I've kind of got to say, you know, you've no business going in for the second. The opportunity to go 1 by 1 and take them down. That turns a 3v4 into a 1v4, and it's all up to Teb now. He might find 1, but honestly, it's going to be meaningless.
He's dead. There'll be a few teams who are going to start being wary of Virtus.pro's lair. Probably go straight back on the permaban list, by the way, but everyone will know they can play it. Easy step out there from Dan. A second lining up. I thought for a second he was going to find his man. Ready for Dora, maybe joining him around the back, as we've seen quite a few times here. Lola wait for them to start pushing on through. They're hoping to find something. He's got the right idea on towards his man, but he's also fearful of the swing. And sure enough, the swing is there, and Joystick is just better in that moment. Gets the kill. A trade comes through from Dora. Really only the slight shining light for this MACKO team so far today. The only one sat even when it comes to the KD at the same time, and to himself has got the same number of kills as the rest of his team combined. That shows you how tough an ask this has been to this point, and now he's got to do it against 4. And Tim, I think we know how this sort of thing ends.
And it ends just like that. Always gets the final kill in the round again.
Been in a 4 versus 3 before, and we saw how that one ended out. Not the best, unfortunately. More of their own demise, admittedly, than Virtus.pro outplaying them as such, so you'd hope to see a bit more out of that. But no! Pretty much a 1 tap there from Joystick on towards ACKO. At least 1 comes back in the form of Teb. A 4 versus 3 once again. And Tim, this time round, we've still got quite a bit of time to play with here. 45 seconds, and a trap comes through onto Shepard. Looking good for MACKO.
Yeah, they've definitely got themselves up to a better pace in this round. They've forced Virtus.pro out of position. They've got more seconds on the clock. They've kind of got everything going for them here, as well as that 4v2. And it's all come off the back of their first entry kill. So far, every entry has gone in favour of Virtus.pro. Look at that, much better from MACKO, pushing from multiple sides, leaving Joystick in a no-win situation. We're going to have it was Dan, sorry, trying to do something about it. Couldn't.
It was a lot better. They cleared the map well. They made use of utility. The Deimos in particular was the key one to look at there, and look at how it was helping them clear through the map. They hover Dockerby a couple on this map to know about every possible angle that a team can exploit against you. Again, you'd expect VP to have that, but given they don't play it, so right, Tim, I think the space also that you get from those fuse charges is also pretty massive. Forces them out of ops, forces them back on Mez, and now VP have got control of that part of the map. Joy's just going to find one into a second. He's stepped through the nets, and they have no idea that he's here. Finally get a trade back on that R6 room door, but the damage has been done. It's a 4 versus 3.
Onto Ghost in this position. He's really holding them at bay here on the Azami. Maybe a little bit in from bathroom window. Try and force him out. That's a great nade. Comes in. Pasha's ready for the kill. Ted manages to get the trade. 2 versus 3. MACKO continue to hold on, but maybe not for much longer as Dan manages to find Akwi. It's all up to Ted. They're one of the most clutch teams in the league. Can they do it again, Des?
And Ted being one of those players, Tim, I don't think he's going to be able to get away with it because, like I've said, if there was a leaderboard for this, no, we'll check it later. I am pretty sure Virtus.pro are one of the teams that you do not often get to beat in a clutch. As I say it, they find one. There's 2 more to go, though. Always, of course, with the shield at his face, it's going to be hard to bring down in this fashion. There are only about 15 seconds left in which to make it happen and still be able to get on the diffuser here. Finding his way on towards the R6 room door. Both players are pulled way back on Virtus.pro's side. They don't want to give him absolutely anything here. Ready with a shotgun in hand, but first he's going to find himself against a shield. It'll take a second player to swing in, but he's out of time at this point, Tim.
I feel like if Virtus.pro get layer, it's probably a 2-0. And MACKO desperately needed this one. Beautiful work from Dan on the ram. Gets the boot. Falcon canister. They continue to push and challenge onto those stairs, looking to take that ground. 5 versus 4, 45 seconds, and time could start becoming a factor as Ghost manages to find Joystick. It's the Twitch taken down, so not a huge loss in terms of an execute or getting a plant down. That's going to come behind the Blackbeard, but 4 versus 4, 4 versus 3. They managed to level it up, but the time is ticking.
Yes, indeed. And they hold on, though. A C4 still to play behind, an impact. Still down a couple of goo mines scattered around. Not really enough to keep you at bay, but might be enough to turn the tables here. You've got to be careful about that Angel death from above in Dan. Might drop him with them here as well as waiting for someone to push through, at least try and get that. A great play, C4 from Ghost. And now it's going to be panic stations for the side of VP into a 2 versus 2. Sticking that plant again, which means all the holding's got to be done by Dan. Finds 1 and finds 2, because of course.
30 seconds on one doorway, and they're still in the end executing through that doorway. I mean, we've seen it being, you can't play slow against VP. That's the game of VP. They're just gonna punish you for that. But then what was surprising here, Jack? Exactly like you said, the attack. Because not only did we see them actually problem solve in attack, but also switch their plans, adapt. As soon as Joystick finds the gap on that very first attacking round, round 7, they all commit and refocus the attack together on that side. And a global collective effort from everyone, whereas on the side of MACKO, utter domination.
You know, them getting to 5th place overall, but as Fresh quite rightly says, as Leo says, you know, we've got challengers here, we've got a top 4, and we said that coming into round season. You know, they've achieved for the stage, they've come in and had a fantastic, you know, run of games, so whatever they get out of the from Virtus.pro. We're going to see a persistence from MACKO with the shields. I did comment on it last time. They didn't get too much value out of it. Can they do better? No! Is the answer. Always, and Joystick managed to take down Ghost and Lolo. That's the blitz off the forward. Pasha, Shepherd, Virtus.pro coming out strong on defense again.
Well, some things never change, Tim. Turns out it doesn't matter what map you're on. You're still going to run over if you're not careful. Teb getting 1 back, but Joystick is there for the trade. Blink, main part of the map where defenders like to rotate through. Now it's really hard to play inside of that southwest side. Can't you make use of 90? Can't easily rotate back in towards Fountain. It's just going to be a bit of a headache. Not that it seems to stop them for now, because Joystick, Tim, I said I've been watching his entries throughout this series because I did go and look. He's 6 to 18 on the entry. He's our 2nd worst player in all of the league for entries, exceeded only by Krex, who's 7 to 21 on the side of Wolves. But in this game so far, he's been going pretty good. In fact, the entirety of the team they've really had MACKO's number, as we know at this point.
Nade just coming in trying to move down, but he manages to avoid it. Dora does pick up always, leaving us 4 versus 4. They're starting to use that Vert a little bit. Virtus.pro need to do something. They need to fight back.
joined us previously and paying the price of whatever Scannon does. Thought for a second we were going to see a spin through the softball then, and a kill maybe come out from Shepard. He has no idea there is someone literally sat on the other side of the wall to him that could result in a kill. But like this, yet again, Tim, MACKO are giving away a man advantage. It's down to a 2 versus 1, and they have crumbled when surely it looked like it was a round they could get over the line.
Really unfortunate for Teb there. As you say, Shepard has no idea that he's on the other side of the wall, and then he puts a vendetta shot through the softball.
Round the one, getting one back here. Sniff out onto Always, and the Sin step across into a pretty risky position here where he can be shot from the window. I was going to say be wary about the angles that you expose yourself to, but the Rower has gone down, Tim. One of the main operators they needed in this round as part of their set piece play is going to fall away from them. He steps in and he still loses out. Didn't get the flash, sorry, because there was too much range. Definitely got the flash though because he got himself a freebie, Tim. They finally get the trade.
They still have the verticals. They're still getting damage for free onto the flanks, onto the sides. They're going to try and push, but the Blackbeard is not aggressive enough. And Shepard is still able to get an important kill before being taken down. And now it's all up to Dora low health. He's going to try and put this diffuser down, try and bait out some sort of attack. But they've got bulletproof cams. They've got intel. They don't need to press.
I mean, they lose the firefight, and it just comes down to them losing their 2 best operators in a bid to try and get rid of 2 roamers. Virtus.pro then just convert from there, as you've seen.
Converting those rounds where they get the entry kill. We've spoken about how dominant Virtus.pro have been on the entry, and as I say that, always, there's only one player inside, and that's Akwi on the Demos.
He steps up here and gets a few shots onto Dan, but still walks away the loser in the end. Now there's a shotgun right up at the door. I actually love from Virtus.pro how they responded here, Tim. They knew that there was a push coming in towards East, and immediately get a kill from it as well. But MACKO, yet again, unfortunately, lack a little bit of teeth in this round. They're going to get chewed up and spat out by these players of Virtus.pro. I'm more than happy to roll at the red carpet for them.
Just lacking on intel a little bit as well. I've got to say that 5 drones on the field, 3 people, or 2 people at the time dead, and they're able to just, Virtus.pro able to swing onto balcony, and the player there has no idea that the swing is coming. Dora on the 0 just gets taken out super easy, doesn't challenge it, and so again, you know, what intel is coming back in from those drones? Pasha's going to find 2 and close out a floor.
He is dead to rights here unless he can just crouch and walk across the breach, no problem.
Still managing to move him around, but not the kill! It's beautiful from Pasha! He has no right! He has no right, Des, to find that kill onto Teb! And he drops that. How do you play against that? How do you play against that?
That is disgusting. Why did you turn around? What are you doing? No!
I'd be turning around, Des! MACKO don't know what day is when Pasha's hitting shots like that!
They don't know they're up from the down at this point as well, Tim. At least they get one more back. Dora trying to drag his team through this game. Yet again, he has as many kills as the rest. The view here, Tim's not too careful. Gonna find himself stepping on 4, but no, he's right up against his man. Hasn't got rid of his foot, my bad. Gets at least 1 for himself, and now they're down to a 2 versus 2. No C4s in back pocket, it's worth stressing. But at this point, you can spit up Lolo and he'll die, Tim. That's exactly what Pasha does. 2 easy kills for himself, and Virtus.pro take 5 east here. And outside this window, could have been static for about 20 seconds because they can't do anything.
They're going to get the opener. Can they convert it this time? Difficult when you're going up against a team with Pasha, who's going to hit shots like he did in the last round. 5 versus 4. Stan that's taken down with the lesions. So a few goo mines that they won't need to deal with, but no shield to try and work around them this time. 4 versus 4 as Joystick manages to find Dora. Virtus.pro just always have an answer, don't they? But I was just going to say, as they get that advantage again, but no always finds Ghost at the same time and proves my point. They always have an answer. 3 versus 3. Pretty close to start here at MACKO. They've got themselves into waiting area, but it feels like they're kind of having to cut corners a little bit. Beautiful from Lolo. If we're going to celebrate Pasha's, we've got to celebrate that. Teb manages to find Pasha. 3 versus 1. Surely this is the round for MACKO with the plant going down as well. The final kill comes in and Akwi locks it out. MACKO get themselves...
Too late yet again.
Exactly that. I would completely agree. MACKO need the next 2 to 3 rounds. They need to get as many as they can.
That's what he's hoping for. Is it another going to be a Pasha case where he gets the shit out of Pixel and gets a headshot? Oh, there it is! Oh, he's done it again! Virtus.pro, you give him a literal pixel and they will take the whole damn screen, Tim. Another 5 versus 4, and they're off to a flying start.
Just beautiful stuff. Just beautiful stuff from Dan. I don't think anybody in the world would want to play this Virtus.pro side today. You know, yet we can talk about MACKO missing opportunities at times, but Virtus.pro have just been on a different level as well. You can see that they're feeling it.
Nice.
They do miss Lolo led prone though. And again, a good kill from Lolo, just keeping MACKO active in this one. Might just get aggressive on the challenge here, but no, can't find his shots. Dora taken down on the...
Pressure's starting to build up now from players of Virtus.pro. First phone call coming on through. Let's see what pressure applies. And sure enough, Always is trying his very best. Almost loses his life on the charge on through. Great use of that soft wall coming out. Joystick falling down. Dan, who's in fine form, carries on the Blackbeard, finds one for himself and escapes out the window. 4 versus 4.
That's where the Blackbeard is looking to get aggressive from, but he's actually headed back up to the top floor now. Maybe looking to, again, use that shield to create space and get on in. Pasha again with a double. Lolo and Teb taken out, and it looks like it could be...
And at least hoping to find something or someone, but Virtus.pro team, they're in a 4 versus 2. They are not the kind of team to give away these situations. They'll be hoping for a clutch of some kind, but Pasha's going to get the final 2.
Every single time. Jack, that was one of the biggest gaps that we've seen between two teams in EML playoffs.
Yeah, I think coming into it, we always knew that for Virtus.pro that form was temporary, class is permanent, and they did get away from that map that they've been struggling in Clubhouse, in the best of ones. And I think for MACKO, who'd been overachieving on their stats, and Virtus.pro, who were probably under, really, really good to see from Virtus.pro. And, you know, as you see the stats here, every single player putting in incredible stats across the whole series. In terms of EPS, the expected player score, every player for Virtus.pro above that 100 mark. And then it looks bad, being honest, on the side of MACKO. I think for Akwi as well, I don't want to highlight a particular player. He's had a torrid time today. I think that might be the lowest EPS I've ever seen.
Let's highlight Pasha here. Let's highlight his kills per round. 1.26. What have we said at the beginning of the stage? He was our MVP for the group stage of EML with more than 100
highlights that we've seen from Pasha. I'm glad we get to speak to him again as well, as he should be joining us for the interview here today. Good evening, Pasha. Congratulations on the big victory here today. Did you expect it to be so dominant?
Well, it's the best opponent for us, honestly, in this playoffs. So it was I expected us to win, but I was ready for everything. I was ready to lose. We lost already from 4-2 against them on Chalet, so I was ready for everything. But we were doing good today, actually. Like, everybody did one KD, everybody popped in the important moments, so it's just everything was under control today.
Pasha, talk to me about the maps. Have you been saving Lair, perhaps, for the best of threes?
Well, we saved Lair, and as you can see, we did kind of decent on it.
Decent. You can say that. Yeah, he was pretty good, yeah.
Well, and actually, MACKO had a chance to pick a Consulate against us, and they did not. So maybe that was their mistake.
Can I just ask very quickly as well about a specific map which you have been playing, if we go back to the group stage, Clubhouse. So it's a map that you've been playing a lot. Is there anything that you feel on that map? Because it's not gone too well for you there.
Well, Clubhouse changed a lot with the new ban system, because you can literally just ban all the electricity, all the breachers. So you will have a very bad breach, especially when you breach with Hibana, it can bug as well. So Clubhouse is kind of broken map in my opinion right now. It's same as Bank. New ban system is kind of screw the things there, but it doesn't change the thing we threw our clubhouses hardly. We still play that map a lot, we like it, but we basically just can't win it.
Okay.
We just troll so much, we keep choking. That's it.
Pasha, I need to ask you, what do you think is the main reason for your individual performance this stage? What are the guys doing to enable you better previously to other stages, I guess?
Well, I changed back to my old setup, old mouse, old mousepad. I think that's the reason, maybe. It gives a lot of confidence to me. I can do... Basically, I played whole time on Superlight, first model. So I changed back to it. Superlight 2 is kinda bad, if you know, you know. So I just... That's it. New system we did with team, it also can kinda reveal me as a fragger potential. So maybe that's it as well.
Do you think that that more aggressive play style, the faster pace, is helping you also thrive as a fragger?
Yeah, obviously. I usually can pick any operator I want and play whatever I want on the official game. Like when we're trying to win, actually. Like I can see the gaps, I can see the strong positions, strong operators, and I could literally pick it just for myself and do like my work, my 20% work, so team can win the round, basically.
Now, a question that I've been wanting to ask you for a little while. Cybertruck, I think people call it.
I can hear you now.
Oh?
Yeah, we had
you
a
cut out
brief
for a
cut and you
second.
can ask
Oh,
again.
okay. Well, I mean, good that you can hear me now. But a question that I wanted to ask you about the scope or the sight that you use, like the Cybertruck one with the two like dashes and the dot in the middle. Not a lot of people use it, but you do use it on a lot of guns. What is it that makes it so good for you?
Well, first of all, I steal it from Dan because I thought like Dan dropped +50 on the last SI when the whole team wasn't on point, like wasn't performing at all, and he played this crosshair and literally killed everybody. Like +50, we placed at 9th, 12th, so like I don't know. Dan was popping up. I tried it. I liked it. I basically using it on. Mostly on the defense because I don't know, sometimes on defense I literally can see people because of hollow A, like it's how you can say it, like the frame is so bad,
too big.
like it's too big, it closes a lot of area you can see, so I tried hollow C, it works, so yeah.
All right, cool. I'm glad you enlightened us on this tech that you and Dan have been running a lot and has been working for you. Now, one more question before we let you go. Tomorrow you have to play against G2. And that match you two played in the group stage was a very close one. 8-7 on the bank that then went in the way of G2. What are you going to do to make sure that you do actually have the upper hand on G2 tomorrow?
Well, nothing can say, like literally we'll see it tomorrow.
Okay, well, that leaves a lot for us to guess and find out tomorrow. Pasha, we kept you here for a very long time, but thank you so much for answering all of our questions.
Thank you so much.
And good luck tomorrow.
Thank you, bye.